I know I'm gonna jinx this, so I don't think even not getting wood's gonna help. But have you noticed how we haven't been dropped like crazy today on the Korean server?
Oh, why would you ever say
Like,
that?
what's up with that, right?
Oh my god. In before immediate drop.
Right? Or even worse, like DDoS attack or something. But no, please, guys, don't. It's not a challenge. Anyways, getting back into the action here, it is game number 3, and I gotta be honest with you, Zombie Grub. Never would have seen this being so one-sided. It's not even that he's 2-0, it's just the way the games got played.
I would say that the early hours humor was really playing a part, but he actually plays in the Olimoleague a lot. I mean, that's why he's in the monthly finals. So he doesn't actually seem that disturbed, like perturbed, I guess, from the early hours. You know, we've cast him before and he's played perfectly normal games, and we herald him for being able to do so at 8 a.m. in the morning. But
Yeah.
this series just seems like he just like, you know, was like, I kind of want to get like some free easy wins. Oh no, it didn't work. Oh well.
Yeah. Well, actually, we went for a couple of chooses. We'll talk about that more in a second, because of course we don't want to forget to introduce these fine players. Spotted in the bottom left corner of the map, representing Axiom Esports, it is of course the Blue Zerg player Impact.
In the top right as the Red Terran, it's route to SuperNova.
But yeah, we could really try and make excuses or come up with reasoning, but I don't feel like at the end of the day it doesn't really matter, because what we need is for SuperNova to win, is what it comes down to the bottom line, if he wants to keep going in the tournament. You know, we talked about how a TVT finals would have been cool, but we're never going to have the one we wanted, Journey versus SuperNova, as he just got knocked out by Center. And for those who are just joining us on the cast, Center is the one currently waiting in the finals to fight off against the winner of this series. Impact came into this being like the only Zerg player making it to the semifinals, 3 Terrans and him. And, well, he's part of my pun here, tearing it up pretty well as he leads versus SuperNova. But, again, a lot of this comes down to, like, he went with his awkward 2-racks in game 1, went for this really aggressive Hellbat timing that just, I think against any other Zerg player probably would have worked, but not Impact. And nothing is going his way so far.
Well, every single game so far, except this one, Impact gone for a pull first. You know, against Marine King, he added the gas as well. So he's been really safe against Supernova cheeses. This is the game where he decides not to do it, and I really like that. You know, you defend, you get a little less greedy, and then, you know, they say, well, I guess I can't 2-racks. He's being, you know, he's being very defensive, and then that's when you're pretty greedy. You know, like I wasn't paying attention, but he could have also, you know, went for a 16 pool, and you know, a 16 like a gas before pool. You know, something super greedy. Just knowing that Supernova is probably not going to try anything cheesy.
I really like. I want to see the standard game out of the SuperNova. So for me, that says bio. But being that this is Overgrowth, I kind of want to see mech out of him.
I'm actually had a feeling that he would go mech. I don't know. I have these feelings sometimes. I can't
It's in my
contain them.
gut.
I have all these feels. No, just kidding. Well, what we're gonna be seeing maybe is a. Okay, so open up like with Marines, right? This is something. Marine King did also. This is the map that he did it, but it's Impact not going for the 14-14. Doesn't just slap Supernova down. But I wonder if he's going to be going for the drop because he has so many Marines. You know, 1 medevac, a couple of Hellions, a lot of Marines.
Well, unlike Marine King, there's a
got
bunker,
a bunker
down. Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Shots fired.
He also got a second gas, so I guess that's not going to be the case. Oh, actually, he might have gotten 2 guys at the same time. Anyways, oh well.
Yeah, I'll have the Hellions out here in a moment's time. The really scary thing, though, and this is kind of... We haven't really addressed this. Like, you've got the big Zerg, like, just badasses, right? Like, take Jadong, for example. He's played in all these tournaments. There's replays probably from everywhere for the players that trade them. And, of course, there's probably VODs at the wazoo. So there's some players out there, like Marine King that we saw earlier, that you can shut down before you get into it. Impact's kind of this really awesome guy who is, like... lovably good, kind of popular, but not exactly somebody everybody trains for, right? So SuperNova, I don't know, like the builds so far feel a bit awkward, and I feel like if he just dials it back, if he plays this mech, if he plays this more to his own play style, his own rhythm, I think he'll be fine. But it's that's a big if.
Oh, okay, things are getting really interesting.
Ooh, yeah.
So we have a Baleen S for Impact. I think that's because he's afraid of like the early medevac drop, which is what I was talking about. That's one of the most common ways that we see Zergs prepare against it, you know, and also sometimes they get a lot of queens. But what Impact, or what SuperNova is actually doing, is Hellbat Marine medevac push. And it's going to be pretty strong. I mean, Balians can certainly help as long as they get good damage done, but oh, that's right, Impact got the fast overload speed, so he's got everything.
Well, I think one of the big things is the Marines added in this push. Like, what we saw last game didn't really work at all. And it got shut down pretty well because Hellbats, like, they hit really hard, but they've got no DPS. Like, their damage per second is not so hot because it's such a long cooldown. Marines bridge that gap really nicely, and they make it so the Queens die a lot faster. They make it so you tear through everything much sooner. I mean,
it depend on how these Banelings hit.
Can
like,
he?
How much splash damage he
Well, can he embrace his illusion right now? I mean, like, get that spread, but okay, does it okay.
I think, you know, the production's gonna work out here. He's not gonna, you know, win the game from this, but he's putting himself in a very decent position. It's not like last game where SuperNova has something up his sleeve. SuperNova can just like macro out of this, but it did not do as much damage I think he was hoping for.
No, certainly not. Wait, why? You said the Hellbat was safe, man. Why would you do that? But losing the medevac for it, get a little bit greedy on that attack. And
yeah.
I mean, resources lost still trades out to be pretty close to even, but you have to consider for the fact that A, Impact lost a lot of Banelings, but B, SuperNova lost a medevac. I mean, it's not fun to deal with. Heading towards the main, there's actually a Spore Crawler here. I actually really like that. But he's going to have to pick up and get out. Without Hellbats and just Hellions, it's not going to cut it.
Impact isn't taking any shit today, man.
He really isn't. Like, Impact came into this full of, like, piss and vinegar, or I don't know. He's just... He's not got time for SuperNova. That's what it feels like.
I ain't got time for this.
He's got 12 drones coming up behind this too. Like, he is not worried at all.
No. I mean, he should be a little bit. Yeah, by this time, you would think that they'd stop rallying in, which is certainly a usual assumption. But SuperNova's still rallying. It's odd, but it might work out. Maybe not. Impact does have like emergency Banelings ready.
I'll still continue with the Hellion production, and we do see the extra Raxus coming down. I mean, I'm a little bit worried because the stim timing's where it is, you know, later than you'd want, but with the amount of Hellbats he has, he can still tango with what is mostly just Lings. I mean, it's not like Impact rushed out Roaches or anything, so that stim not really that necessary.
It's really worrying. Well, stim is, you know, better not for the damage, but for the movement.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be able to push into the creep and deny Impact's third to fourth. So this drop looking pretty good. Banelings do crash in, though, and that's going to be it.
Ooh. Catches the Marines just barely. Medevacs, oh, don't go down.
Yeah, this is such good defense. Attacks at the fourth, but oh, a big counterattack at the natural, which caused the end of the game.
Yeah, GG. So,
whoopsie-daisy.
Impact with 3-0. Okay, we just had like this really long semifinals, then we had this adequately... quick one. This sends Impact to the finals, where he's going to fight a best of 7 versus Center. So Impact versus Center, TVZ Grand Finals will come up in a moment, guys. We're going to play Fear Dragon's sponsored ad. We're going to play some regular ads. And then by then, we should be in the lobby for the Grand Finals. So a best of 7 to wrap all of this up. We'll see you guys shortly.